So we have he sends Travis a picture. And then he goes, this guy's like, hey, Hale.
There's a lot of them that sit down, I think, nothing
Hey, Mr. Brett.
Put up your paint, you have to look down.
Put up my what?
Put up the paint, put back into it.
Oh, it takes a lot.
Ready? All right.
It took me a minute to figure out.
Oh, I'll get you.
You got coded. She got coded.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the December 13th regular scheduled meeting of Lamar County School Board. Before we get started, I've asked you intentionally to lead us in a word of prayer.
Let's bow. Father God, we thank you so much for this day. We thank you for bringing us safely here tonight. Lord, we pray that you will be here in our midst tonight, God, as we discuss the business of the district. Lord, I pray that all decisions that are made and all conversations that are had will glorify you and edify you, God, and will seek to build up our schools, our teachers, our students, our administrators, and just families in general, God. We just thank you so much for all the blessings that you've poured out on us and our district over the last year, and we pray that you will continue to do so. In your name we pray. Amen.
Please stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item number 2 are our meeting procedures. This just basically means if you haven't already been approved to come before the board tonight, you will not be allowed to speak. We do have some agendas. I think this man don't have some over in the back. Yep, you need an agenda. All right. We're going to move on to item number 3, which is the approval of the general agenda. I do have one item to pull for the board. We're going to pull 13E for later consideration.
I move to approve the agenda as modified.
Okay, do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 4, our recognition.
Good evening, Dr. Hampton, members of the board. We have 2 recognitions tonight. We actually recognized our first recipient at last month's board agenda, Lauren Bailey Foster, who represented the Lamar County School District at the William Carey University's Teacher Shortage Symposium. I don't think Lauren's here tonight, but I'm going to ask Mr. Bradley Steen, Principal Purvis, to accept this recognition in her absence. And our final recipient just texted me, however, she's stuck in traffic.
Oh, no.
So I don't know
If she makes it, we'll recognize her then.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, moving on to item number 5, is approval of the November 9th, 2021 minutes. Do I have a motion? Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 6 is approval of the November 15th, 2021 special call minutes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 7 is the approval of the monthly financial report for October 2021. Have a motion?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. Item number 8 is to charge fixed asset custodian for lost or stolen MacBook Air. And we'll need to get a vote of yes or no and then a motion.
The way I understand, the way discussion now?
Yeah.
Okay. The way I understand it, she had her car parked, locked, and the window was broken.
Mhm.
And how better could she protect it?
Yeah. I've thought over that too, and to me, it's responsibility. I mean, that's her responsibility to keep it safe. Yeah, she had the door locked, but could it have been put somewhere else or left at home or, you know, I want to make sure, and I think Jeremy may be able to speak to this as well, as far as precedent.
think that when it's in their possession.
It is their responsibility, it is their possession, so.
I actually had a similar question and had this exact same thing happen to me, and my
Yes.
insurance covered all contents that were stolen when my window was broken. So I think she would have been covered in that respect as well. So,
Kind of what I was saying.
and I think when we start making allowances, we can
Yeah,
have a
it's kind of, it's a gray area there when you're, you know,
I can understand that if she left the car door open, that would be negligence. But, okay,
okay? So do I hear a motion that we charge the fixed asset custodian for the lost stolen?
Yes, I'll make that motion.
All right,
I'll second.
all right, I have a motion and I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
And that passes. Item number 9 is the approval to accept the bid of $57,385 from Malone Roofing LLC for the Purvis Middle School roofing project. I have a motion.
so move.
I have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Item number 10 is the approval of policies for review with no change. And we are going to pull one of these for discussion, but I'll ask for a motion in a second, and then Jim wants to discuss IB separately. But it's JCDC, JDI, I'm saying J. GCDC, GDI, GDIA, GDIB, GDIC, and IB. So,
Not,
go ahead. All right, so let's do a motion and a second for discussion.
I'll move. Second.
All right, second for discussion. Go ahead, Jim.
okay. On the IB, instructional goals and learning objectives, the number 2 under instructional alignment is the local board adopt objectives that will form the core curriculum that will be systematically delivered throughout the district. My question is, when do we do this? I've been attending boards for maybe 8 years, and I've never heard any discussion of objectives that form our core curriculum, for any subject.
That's a good question. I don't want to do it either, other than we adopt what's in the city.
Yeah,
city
you can
Department of
just
Education,
you can just rubber stamp that, but
Doesn't our
that's no
handbook-
review.
Does our handbook not have, something either the teacher handbook or
Does
the?
anybody have it handy? I'm trying to find, what's the exact wording? Say
This is
it's
number 2 is the local board. The local
Adopt
board
objectives that will form the core curriculum here.
Did you bring a file one?
No, I've got several.
I can't get it to open up here.
Because I mean, there's somewhere that it states that we do follow the Mississippi Department of Education curriculum and.
Yeah, that's what we usually do with, item 2 there. My question is, can we see some of our curriculums that we then could review and see if we think anything needs to be added?
No, I think that that's a little bit of overreach of the board.
Yeah.
I'm not an educator.
Yeah, I
need to be
know.
picking curriculum.
No, but the objectives are our responsibility according to this, the objectives of the curriculum.
Yeah, that is what it
Say,
says.
say in history that, we're just,
Well, the next number 3 under there says the set of objectives provided by MDE be accompanied by suggested. I mean, does that not refer to the objectives on the item number 2?
it says the set of objectives provided by the MDE, Mississippi Department of Education, will be accompanied by suggested instructional practices. Now you're getting into what the staff will do.
Correct.
The one above it is talking about, it's our responsibility for the objectives, just, I see it for the core.
Mhm.
And we don't know, we don't have any idea what those are.
we can.
I don't see that we're doing our job.
Understand?
We can definitely get you the
Well, I don't-
objectives that we can do,
Well, this was to, this vote tonight was to approve it. We can put it back out for 30 days, 45 days. Rick, is that right?
Well, I don't know that we should change, I don't
He
know.
may be for approving it. The issue is he's questioning
Are we doing it? Yeah.
Right,
if we do it,
right.
then we should
Yes,
do it.
Yeah. Or
If
we
we
can
approve
remove
it,
it.
yeah.
Agree.
so
Could we not say goals there? I mean, that's what I read that in meaning. And read that more as our responsibility, that we're setting goals that would shape the curriculum. The curriculum would be shaped in a way that would to meet the goals that we set.
we can, then we
That's
need
the
to,
wording.
then we need to adopt some goals.
Well, it also says that it will be accompanied by suggested instructional practices and resources that would help teachers organize instruction. And we're also not involved in,
Yeah, that's not an MDE.
because again, that's overreach.
Yeah, that's.
And our goal is to set the policy and the administration, the teaching professional responsibility.
That
for
it's
how it's carried
correct.
out.
My sense is that we would, not really pull it out of.
One thing I'd like to check though is most of these board policies are from MSBA.
That's exactly right.
So if they got it in there, then like you said,
What's the
there's,
purpose?
what's the purpose of having it in there?
I can do some research on that.
Yeah.
Table it until I can do some research on it. And we can
Yeah.
visit next month.
That's fine.
Let's do that. I think that'd be better. All right,
So we need to amend the motion
Yes.
to table that.
to table IB until next,
You make the motion or did I?
Matt made it,
I made
you
it.
second.
And I'll amend my motion to approve policies with no change, all those listed with the exception of IB.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 11 is the approval of the 2022-2023 school calendar. Dr. Hampton, will let you speak before we.
So, we are proposing on the table a calendar similar to what we're doing this year. It's a 9 week on 2 week off, starting, July the 8th. Students will start July 21st. Teachers will start on July the 18th, and go through 9 weeks and have a 2 week, break and have the intercession that first week, just like we did this past, September. And so then still have Thanksgiving, still have 2 weeks for Christmas, come back on, students will come back on January 4th, especially with development days on the 2nd and 3rd of January. 9 weeks, 2 week off, intercession for spring break, and then we'll still finish on the 26th of May. So that we still need before the majority of that. The thing that I want to point out, I think there's some confusion about this calendar and the way our students still only go 180 days. This is the same as a regular calendar. They go the same amount of school days as they did before. Teachers only go 187 days. That's what legislated to us by the state legislature. So, any questions about the calendar? Or any?
Is there a question? I know that we are not in charge of what the surrounding districts do.
Right.
What is our sense on what our neighbors do?
I can tell you that, Bulge County is already the same. The same. Columbia did a similar schedule. They had a 2 week break. So I had a week break. Been talking to that superintendent, they're transitioning into a 2 week. Laurel is going to conversations with several other superintendents across the state. We have several that are proposing this type of calendar. They go forward. So it's catching on, I guess you can say, and I feel like at some point it will be the norm.
Again, I think we had good feedback on the first week, and when people were unsure if the experience it was positive. And then we surveyed, both internally, externally, again, everyone with positive feedback.
Yeah, and one thing I want to mention about the outreach, we did survey parents, and so we had some concerns when we put the survey from last school year, how we opened up the survey and how people could share it and vote and this and the other. So what we did was we asked our parents, we sent them the survey, we asked them to sign in with their student's email address, their first last name, and first, the Mark County students, OCSD so that we can make sure that it was only our parents that were giving us the feedback. So, and we had 433 parents that would complete the survey. And we set up that's good. So
It's the change to all high school students.
Yes, this year we did do the split with the high school students, and that was one part of the feedback that we got from our teachers. Is that our high school students, because they're taking some extra courses, that's one day. that they
One
did.
extra day, maybe this.
So that was some of the feedback that we got. We did ask for feedback to make sure that,
So only did that split for those 18.
and that was very positive for especially our elementary. It really helped our parents was able to push, at that time we were full, like,
Yeah.
and so our parents were able to walk their kids, and it was just a more, a better experience for our younger students and a better experience for our parents, but also, our teachers, some of our elementary teachers, all the supplies that come in, they're going to get 26 to 30 or 28, all at one time. So,
Yeah.
it was a very, very good experience. Very good feedback from that standpoint.
Open the floor for a motion.
I make a motion that we approve that school calendar.
Okay, second. I have a motion and I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes.
Wish I could vote for it twice.
All right, item number 12, our board attorney matters.
One contract for you to review tonight. You're familiar with the sign out front of Oak Grove High School. Magnolia Bank has had it for the last three years plus. They have indicated they don't want to renew the lease that they have with the sign. The First and National Banking Corporation Association has asked if they could take over that sign. They would pay this $2,500 per year. They will have a sign installed at their cost. The school
This
will
will be a new sign, not the.
It's a new sign.
Okay.
They'll put up a new sign. The school will provide electricity, but the First will pay for the sign and pay for the maintenance on the sign. It'll be a 3-year contract starting January 1st, 2022.
Is that the same agreement we had with Magnolia?
Yes. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second. I have a motion and I have a second. All in favor? Any opposed?
The school does get, the school gets that.
We have, yes, school gets that money. Well, okay, it goes to the district. It goes to Lamar County School District. It's like
Where it goes from
back. If it goes back to Oak Grove High School or not.
It goes back.
It'll go back into the.
Can we get those at all the high schools? I think everybody wants it.
And I would think anybody that wants to sponsor a sign to
Sponsor
build
a
it,
sign.
Yeah.
can't name build it, to watch that
We'll
sign.
let you have a sign.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Morton.
the one.
All right, item number 13 are 16th section land manager matters. And Mr. Holmes, before you get started, you good to be?
Yes.
Remember that.
The last one.
But we're pulling E out, right?
Oh, we're killing it, yeah. Wait, Mr. Holmes.
First item I have is open an award, agricultural bid for 121 acre.
How many times we have?
One, have one bid from Ronnie Touchstone, which is the current lessee. He bids $3,000 per year.
121 acres, about 3,000, what's that per acre?
Usually you're supposed to put it on there, but he didn't.
What's he been paying? Remember?
That's $24.79 a year. I think he was paying $2,700 or something like that a year. So that falls within the raise motion that we approved that
All
bid.
right, I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes.
Next one is to open an award, 189 acre hunting lease. Have two bids for it. We have bid from Danny and Donna Broom, which is the current lessee. They bid $8 an acre for a total of $1,512.64.
What was the total?
$1,512.64. One more bid.
is from B&J LLC. They bid $15 acre for a total of $2,835.
So the Brooms get the chance to match
They
that.
can match.
So do we have to vote on anything?
No, I'll talk to them tomorrow and let them know.
How long do they have to match it?
What the statute, but, give them,
Next board meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then it comes back
like
to
30
us.
days, yeah.
30 days.
If they accept it, it just goes ahead, and if not, then we
Yeah,
vote.
I'll bring we'll vote on it
We'll
next
have to
board
vote.
meeting.
Yeah. We just won't vote tonight.
Next one I have is for the open award bids for 187 acres.
These adjacent properties.
Yes,
These adjacent
yes.
properties.
Yeah.
16, 5 in, 15 days.
The two bids again?
Two bids. First bid is from Sportsman's Lake, Summerall. They bid $8 per acre for a total of $1,496. Second bid is from D&J LLC. And they bid $10 per acre for a total of $1,870. Same
Same
Who
process.
has the?
Who has it now?
Sportsman's Lake. All right, the next item I have is to approve a new 40-year residential lease to KBS Investments.
Make a motion that we approve that 40-year residential lease.
Second.
I have a question. Did we put residential lease to KBS? Residential lease to a business?
Service or rental, their rental property.
Could be commercial.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of them.
We do? Okay, it's just residential. All right, so Jim, you do the second? Yes. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes.
The last item I have is to approve assignment of lease number 955 from Elbert Harbor to Mr. Andrew Person.
Have a motion. Have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes.
That's it. Thank
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Good to see you next month. You gotta come back.
you. Looking forward to it.
Go ahead.
All right, so for the superintendent report, I'm going to give the floor to some students that has some very, some things they want to present to you guys, okay? I know you've all seen our maker spaces that we have in our middle school. So this is some of the products that they've been working on for you guys. Come on up.
I'll just share.
Some are all middle school.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Great. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. Great.
One of the topics I'd like to talk about some of the processes that y'all went through to make some of these things.
I think practice something there's resin, like we made that like yesterday out of resin, and you just basically get a part A and a part B. You split it 50-50, and then you mix it up real well, and then put any color you want in the glitter, and then you put it in the mold.
Wow.
It's awesome.
That is cool.
Thank you all.
Beautiful.
And we're going to keep it.
I know, they personalize.
Yes.
That is cool. Thank y'all.
The cards, they are, we had, copy tape, and it was like wrap it, and there's like on the outside, it might even be a little bit, where it's copper tape, and then we put like the battery and the lights.
Oh, it's like
lights out.
battery.
And then it says press, you just like press it. And that's the line up.
Yours working. Yep.
Thank you so much.
A little manipulation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas to y'all.
All right, so for the rest of my report, we are academically, we are ending the semester. This week is the final semester, final week of the semester where we are having our 9-week semester exams going on. I do want to mention that our early learning collaborative, I won't throw that in, so I don't want to give it a plug. But I can get to my notes here so I can read, make sure that I say it correctly. I know, I have it in there. What now?
He's trying to find out.
No, do we have an updated dollar amount, Teresa, you know?
We did get a $60,000 check today.
Okay,
From us.
so for our early learning collaborative,
You put me on the spot to get the total, but I had to give it to you.
that would put us over what, $400,000 at this point? Yes, and you still have until December the 31st, checks have to be, dated until December 31st, and so,
And you get it all back.
you get all that, so.
Right, this check.
You
So-
don't have to use it.
You get,
Well, if you're already
Yeah.
paid, you can
But if you already paid it, you don't know anymore.
Yes.
you can spend it locally or you can have Jackson spend it for you.
That's right.
exactly. And so, so I got an email, it's been about a month ago, but this is congratulations to the Lamar County Early Learning Collaborative for being featured as a select implementation example of the USDOE, which is the U.S. Department of Education Guide to Supporting Children and Student Emotional Behavior and Mental Health Needs. There is use for the MTSS, they're used for the MTSS and pre-K, and one is one of the close to 50 implementation examples from the early childhood, K-12, IHL, and state Department of Educations in this nation. They are the only Mississippi example. The executive summary, they are listed as a select example. Thank you for your support and providing. So that was from Brittany Harrington from Early Learning and Learners from Reach Mississippi. So we were featured, and I will forward you that where we were featured. Our Early Learning Collaborative was featured in a publication, national publication, correct? So, so very proud of what we're doing, and it's because of the tax credit and the money that we raise that we can do those extra things. We can provide those things for our students and provide them that such a good head start of an education. And so, you know, I'm just so proud of that what they do. So we're looking at, so hopefully we can start, you know, expanding that as much as possible. Athletically, we have the Lamar County, and thanks to our board of supervisors for helping us to sponsor our Lamar County basketball tournament. It's going on tonight and tomorrow night at Oak Grove High School. And so there's some in-district rivalry, and competition is always good to kind of get together and have some games in between us. So, but other than that, we were just rocking and rolling and going. It's been a good first semester. Once we got past Delta, let's put it that way. We have, but we are doing, going back to academics, we are doing our end of the term exams, but we're also doing benchmark assessments, and we're looking at where our students are, what they're doing, and so that we can formulate how we go into the second semester. So looking at that data. So thank you.
All right. Item number 15 is to set our next regular scheduled meeting for January the 10th, 2022, and we're going to go to Longleaf Elementary.
I'll make a motion.
Let's see.
If you're ready for that.
Yeah, we're letting checking me. I'm good. Jeremy?
Jeremy?
Yeah, I'll be coming home from Kansas. Maybe I'll be back.
I know that I will be out of town.
You'll be out of town?
Well, we can make.
The next Monday night's Martin Luther King Jr.
Can we do the 11th?
It's not Tuesday.
That's fine.
Would that throw off on me? Your schedule?
I can
Schedule
check with
something.
them. I can check with them. Let's go ahead and tentatively set it. And
Okay.
I can definitely do that.
All right. Well, Tilly's,
do the
11th, we can change it.
okay, we'll change it to the 11th. He's going to check with Angel and Hardy to make sure.
Tuesday nights, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If anything changes, we'll publish it, make sure we get it out.
Yes.
All right, so do I have a motion? We'll set the next regular meeting for January the 11th. I'll make a motion for that. All right.
Second.
Have a motion, I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And that passes. All right, item number 16 is our consent agenda. Mr. Braswell, questions?
I have one question for Dr. Hampton.
Do we need to pull an item or
Well,
for separate discussion?
not necessarily.
Is it going to
Just-
require a vote?
No.
Oh.
In looking at that, can you tell me, or tell us, how many homeless students we know of
Yeah,
that we have in there? Because that's something that's in there.
in our district, of course, we have a student population of 10,350. And so at this point, the students who meet the criteria for the Pinto homeless, that is 72 students. And they range from kindergarten to 12th grade. So there's,
That's item F2, if anyone's looking for that.
Yeah, that's just said 72 that qualify for homeless. That is amazing. That's good.
yes, that's, and I'll just preface that, that's the ones we know about, that's not.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, so there's some that I would imagine that, you're not aware of, but when we're aware, we make sure that we follow them, if you get their life, and make sure we get what we need to do this session.
We'll take this opportunity to mention F9.
I don't know what that is.
That's the, national defense.
Yes, yes, we are asking the board to approve an application for the NDCC, which is the National Defense. We have National Defense Cadet Forum, yes, and so it is JRTC, it is essentially JRTC. The difference is when you're JRTC, that's when the Department of Defense helps pays for that, and so we are looking into, and we first have to apply to be awarded a section of that, and then we're looking into some grants that we can write to be able to help offset the initial cost and the cost we've already
At
done.
all high school?
We're looking at, we'd like to start with one in the county, and so that all four high schools can come to,
Oh, I got you. I
you
got you. One place.
one place, all four,
Participated by
yes.
all.
So the Lamar County and
I
DCC.
got you. Okay.
And so with the hopes that if it does grow into bigger programs, that we want to reach a certain break even or a point with students, certain schools that we could. look at.
Located at multiple.
Yes. Yes.
And this one we fully fund, but we'll eventually try to get a junior
Yes.
ROTC
Yes.
so that it becomes.
Correct. Yes. We will hope to start that process as soon as possible so that we could take care of,
Mhm. Okay, so Jeannie, you're good?
Yeah.
Matt?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you
Good.
for the explanation.
All right. I'll open the floor for a motion.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
A second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes. Takes us to item number 17, which is other, and we have none. And item number 18 is to consider executive session. We have one 16th section land matter, two personnel matters, and two attorney matters with litigation being, well, actually, you have to be two attorney matters.
We're going to executive session. Can we
Yes.
do a recognition?
Oh, yeah, here, yes.
Legal's back. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Legal's back.
Dr. Hampton, members of the board, we're very proud of our CTE director, Ms. Suzanne Kelly. If you'll come forward. Ms. Kelly was named the 2021 Association for Career and Technical Education's Administrator of the Year for Region 4. And this award recognizes administrative, career, and technical education professionals at the school, district, county, state, and federal level who've demonstrated leadership in ensuring teacher and student success and have made significant contributions towards innovative, unique, and effective CTE programs. And Ms. Kelly was one of 5 finalists for the 2022 national title. And the national winner was announced at a virtual ceremony on November 30th at 5 p.m. Congratulations, Ms. Kelly.
You'd like to?
Yeah.
Well, I think my success as a director is a direct
No, don't.
correlation with the
She
district that I
is
work
champion
for.
for CTE. She is definitely a champion for CTE. She's always looking at how we can improve it and how we can increase our enrollment, how we can get more students involved. She represents us so well on the state level and the national level. She is on several committees that she serves on and is just an asset to our district when it comes to preparing kids with career readiness. As soon as kind of the dust settles on our work keys assessment that we've given, I'd like for her to come back at some point to talk to you about our work keys and how that works and how that is pretty phenomenal results from our kids and the results of the work keys assessment. So
Well, I know we were impressed
Yeah, I
on
was
our district tour.
Super impressed.
That was one-
I
That was one place we hadn't planned to go, and it was kind of like, hey.
We all want to see this.
And I didn't know.
Super impressed.
What's the
with that.
total number of students that you have this
Uh,
year? I mean, what's the norm?
This year, well, it's kind of hard to describe because we have
They come at
students that
different
attend our
times.
center, but then we also have programs at every single high school campus.
Right.
And then CTE is a big umbrella, so we actually incorporate
Summer Foundation.
7th, 8th, and 9th grade programs.
Well, how many do you have coming to the
So
center?
coming to my center, we have, all of our programs are just about maxed. We were maxed last year, so I'm gonna say close to 300 total, year 1, year 2.
That's coming
altogether.
to the CT just for those few
Just for
programs that are
those
there. It doesn't count the programs that are on
No, the
campus.
programs out at the high school campuses, we have, I have 7 programs at my campus, but we have 7 programs out at the high schools too. So we're just about, we're maxed at where we're at. There's really not much more, but we're spreading out. So we're growing outward and
We've talked to some, we've got some plans for the future that we'd like them to do as far as expanding some of our CPE. So we're looking at trying how we can incorporate, how we can get more programs, how we can reach more just job skills and students. One way or the other, sooner or later, we're like this after career.
I think it's one of the most practical things that we do. I think we do it very well, and I was super impressed with it. And we even saw it, and the kids that I know have been involved in it, and really, really good program, really good job.
You can't, but I like to see it. It's so hard to get to every one of our schools. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so now we're considering executive session for those matters that I've named before. Let me name again while we're over there.
I'll move to consider executive session for the item listed on the agenda.
Okay, do I have a second? I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
I
Any opposed?
make a motion that we enter executive session.
I would
I
say
have a
that.
second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ladies and gentlemen, we are in executive session. Thank you for coming.